Y'all we lot saying it's your boy here, and today I'll cut for you the 2016 Angie's List Grand Prix of Indianapolis review for you guys, and yes, let's get into today's video. So, right off the bat, in Q1 we had a couple of drivers really struggling in the form of Ryan Hunter-Reay and Elio Castroneves. Ryan struggling really hard and qualified 17th. Whilst Elio Castroneves really struggled hard, and as a result was qualifying 15th, just ahead of Ryan Hunter-Reay. So not a really good day for both the Penske driver and the Andretti driver as well. Both of them really struggling on the track they really have gone strong in the past. But at the end of Q1, drama occurred, and that was for one Pablo Montoya. He actually had to serve a 5-minute penalty in Q2 because in Q1 he apparently, misread the checkered flag or something like that at the end of Q1. It was kind of weird, but yeah, as a result, he was given a 5-minute penalty for that. Kind of weird, but yeah, it is what it is. You know, you have to respect the checkered flags at the end of the day. So yeah, as a result, Juan Pablo would qualify in 7th place. Another driver who really struggled and failed to get into the Class 6 was Scott Dixon. He struggled quite a lot, and as a result, he had to end up in 8th place. Will Power struggled too as well. He would qualify in 11th, which is insanely poor, especially from the 2014 Indycar champ. So yeah, not a good day for the big hitters in terms of the Penskes of Will and Elio. So yeah, drivers who did make it through into the Class 6 were actually kind of surprises, to be honest. Simon Pagenaud, Charlie Kimball, James Hinchcliffe, Jack Hawksworth, Graham Rahal and Joseph Newgarden. All 6 of them actually got into the Class 6, so big surprising names, to be honest, especially from Charlie. You know, top Ganassi car out in Q3. It was quite insane. It was quite sick for him there. First time I believe in a while for him there, so good ups to him, big ups to him. Going into Q3, all the drivers were pushing hard, they were giving it everything, putting in the lap times, but in the end it was Simon Pagenaud who came out on top. He took pole position for the Angie's List Grand Prix of Indianapolis 2016, a very good pole position of 1 minute 7.686, a very strong lap time. Behind was Charlie Kimball in 2nd place. 3rd was Hinchcliffe. 4th was Jack Hawksworth. 5th, I believe it was Graham Rahal, and 6th was Joseph Newgarden. But drama occurred afterwards, and that was Graham Rahal had a penalty, which meant that he would have to start from the back of the grid, and so did Joseph as well. Both of them would have to start from the back of the grid, so that meant that everyone who was about 4th down, 5th down, moved up 2 spots. So yeah, I believe so. Yeah. So excuse me, but yeah, a very good session indeed. Really just a dominant one for the likes of Simon Pagenaud. Really just dominated the session, beated the next guy by like 3/10, which is crazy. So great lap by Simon Pagenaud there. Then as we go into the race, it was a really good start from Simon Pagenaud. He led the way from Kimball and Hinchcliffe. And then as they went into the first turn, drama occurred, and that was Dixon running into, it was actually Kanaan running into Sebastian Bourdais, both of them taking each other out of the race.
Right hand side, just a small amount. Tony reacts, and the blue and white car goes towards the wall, ends up collecting Sebastian Bourdais.
For me, my opinions was, I think Kimball, I don't know, I think it was just a racing incident, to be honest. I think from Kanaan trying to avoid his teammate Scott Dixon, who jerked a little bit to the left, which meant that Kanaan trying to avoid Dixon had to move to the left too, which ran him into the path of Sebastian Bourdais. So I don't think it was anyone's fault. I think it was just honestly a racing incident. It was just one of those things where everyone's just getting so spread out, everyone's trying to find space, but once that happens, something's got to give, and yeah, that was really the give. So yeah, as a result, a full caution was out, and only lasted for about a couple of laps, and then we got back to going racing again properly, single file. Pagenaud led from Kimball and Hinchcliffe, but in the start of the race, we had a good battle between Hinchcliffe and Kimball, both of them battling half for second place, but then it would kind of stop for a little bit, so yeah. Also another man who was really struggling was Will Powie. I believe he got pressured by Alexander Rossi, so much so that going into turn 7 actually loses the rear end, goes onto the grass, spins the thing round and drops to the back of the grid.
Got in the grass and spun as the entire field raced by. Things didn't get much better for Power's teammate Juan.
Not a good day for Will Power, very, very shocking to be honest, especially as he's been running sort of in the top 10 to be honest, so I don't know, really not been in his day to be honest. He's been really struggling all weekend, so yeah, just not been his day at all. Also, another man who was on the move, Graham Rahal, started from the back of the grid, made his way up to 8th and 7th, and even got as high as 5th. So a great drive for Graham Rahal, starting from the back of the grid and really moving his way up to the 5th, which is a really, really good result. So big up to him. You know, he drove a really good, calm, collected race, and yeah, just collected them all through. He just passed them all nice and cleanly, which is awesome. But then drama occurred for Juan Pablo Montoya. He'd been running 4th, I believe it was. He got a penalty after his first pit stop for being in the pit lane. So as a result, he would have to serve a drive-through penalty. Very unfortunate for him, especially as he's trying to sort of eke his way up in the championship. You know, it's been a really tough season for Juan Pablo Montoya, but hopefully he can turn around later on during the season. But then on the first pit stop, Kimball comes out from the pit stop. He did an overcut on Simon Pagenaud. Kimball was only 2nd at the time. Actually gets ahead of Simon Pagenaud. Makes a beautiful pit stop, a beautiful in-lap to get ahead of Simon Pagenaud. But that wasn't over. Going down the straight, going to turn 7, Simon Pagenaud has the push to pass button. Both of them have to push the pass button actually, and yeah, Simon gets ahead with fresher tyres ahead of Charlie Kimball. Very, very unfortunate. I would have loved to see Kimball finally get ahead of Simon Pagenaud and really have a good race on between the two, but what can you do? What can you do? Simon on a really good roll during this entire race, to be honest. Making them stick when he needs to. And then we had a little incident in the form of Michaela Lotion and Connor Daly. Michaela Lotion trying to eke ahead of Connor Daly, but as he was getting ahead of Connor Daly, he pushes Connor off the road. Connor goes off the road in turn 7, and yeah, loses a bunch of time. And then afterwards makes a really bold pit stop. Really, really bold. Then it turns out to be the most insane pit stop ever, one of the most insane calls ever, because that actually leads him to the lead of the race, well actually 2nd place actually, because a caution comes out. Apparently I believe it was for a slow car. I'm not entirely sure who it was. I believe it was Sebastian Bourdais. Yeah, it was Sebastian Bourdais, yes it was. It was coming out of turn 2, he slowed quite down, and yeah, that was it for him, and as a result the full caution was out. The full course yellow, I mean, was out, and yeah, Connor was up to 2nd with Elio leading the race, so that was something. Connor making the most insane, making the best timing in racing history recently. It's insane. It was really, really insane. Also, another man who was on a roll was Alexander Rossi and Ryan Hunter-Reay. I think both started on the prime tyres, and as a result went to the options and really was on a roll. They were up about to 6th and 7th at one point, which is insane. I think they both started, well, Ryan started 15th, actually got to 6th, so big up to him, and Rossi I think started 12th as well, got up to 7th, so yeah, great drive by both of them, great strategy call in terms of putting them on the primes and then going on to the options at the end of the race. That's exactly the strategy I would take, to be honest, if I was racing Sia. And as the rest of the drivers came into the pits because of the caution, Hinchcliffe actually gets ahead of Simon Pagenaud, which meant that Hinchcliffe would actually be in 3rd place theoretically, which was insane, really, really insane. Great job by Hinchcliffe to move himself up to 3rd place and actually maybe theoretically take the lead of the race and put himself in a great position to take the win after after being behind Simon Pagenaud for the majority of the race until that point. As the safety car came into the pit, we saw Conor Daly really behind Leo Castroneves, so much so that he actually made a move down the inside of turn 1. A great move, great clean move. And then afterwards, Conor really started to pull away from Leo, and Conor, we thought he was going to be the man to win this. I mean, Jesus Christ, coming out of nowhere and maybe taking a win, that would have been the most historic win ever, especially coming from a guy who lives here in Indianapolis. It would have been crazy. The crowd would have gone nuts for it. But unfortunately, as they came into the final remaining laps of the race, Simon Pagenaud makes the most beautiful call ever. I've never seen this ever, to be honest. He short hits and gets miles ahead from the rest of the field, including James Hinchcliffe and Charlie Kimball. He leads the pack by like, what, 6 seconds after the pit stops, after being like, what, 4th, 5th? That's crazy. And how they did it was that Simon, when he was stuck in traffic, saved some fuel, and as soon as he came in, they short pitted him. As soon as he comes out, he was well ahead. So that's how they did it, and that is insane. Very, very genius, very, very smart stuff from Simon Pagenaud, especially as he had a lot of drivers really pressuring him a lot. So yeah, very, very genius and very smart decisions, very smart thing to do from his part. And really that was it, to be honest. I mean, Simon just pulled away, he pulled like an 8-second lead, and that was pretty much it, and Simon took the win. A very, very deserving drive for Simon Pagenaud. Ahead, I believe it was Charlie Kimball. I'm not entirely sure, but Charlie Kimball came second. James Hinchcliffe, I believe, came third as well. Good drive by both of them, especially for Charlie as well. I mean, the season that he's been having is quite torrid, so to pull it out of the bag and get second is quite good for him. So yeah, very, very good drive by Charlie, and good drive by James as well. 3rd place, great for him. Especially about a year ago that he had that freak accident which almost cost him his life. You know, the fact that he came back from that to take 3rd in this one is just crazy, man. I hope he wins the 500. I'm just literally hoping the Mayor of Hinchtown wins the 500, because he does. That'll be a fairy tale story, to be honest, especially from what he's just been through throughout the past year, to be honest. So yeah, great result for him in 3rd place. So it was a very, very good race, a very intriguing race, just especially from the strategy part of it. I would say I'm going to give it a 8.5 out of 10. A very, very good race, a lot of action, a lot of great strategic calls from the leaders, especially Pagenaud, that beautiful short hitting on that last pit stop. I mean, that was just genius, really genius on Penske's part there. So yeah, very, very good, enjoyable race, and yeah, like I said, 8.5 out of 10, can't go wrong with that. That is it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment below what you thought about the race. Was it good? Was it enjoyable? Was it awesome? Let me know down below. Hit a like if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to me, and I'll see you in the next one. It's your boy, I am out. Take it easy. Peace.